So you're figuring shit out. You live in Austin, Texas now, and you've lived there for maybe just a couple months or a year or so?
Yeah, so kind of what happened was I decided to do, after my bodybuilding show, I always like to set goals for myself just because I think like if you don't have a goal, you kind of like aimlessly drift. And I kind of apply that to like, if you think of like a ship sailing across the ocean before GPS or anything. If there's no specific destination, you're kind of just going to take a while to get to wherever you want. But if you have a destination, you'll get there faster. And I always kind of thought that way. So I always like to set goals. Like, even now, you know, after I hurt my ankle, not being able to do the full Ironman, now, you know, my goal is to get stronger, hit a 600-pound deadlift, bench over 405, and then squat over 500. But with that, you know, I moved to Austin after my show because I just really wanted to do an Ironman. I wanted to keep progressing, and I went all in, and I'm one of those people that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it the right way. So Natasha was my coach who coached Nick Bear, and I had Nick Bear to help me out, like just like mindset wise, and really push me and see how he, you know, trains and goes about his day, and Natasha as well, she being a great coach, and just having really a lot of people to hold me accountable. Because I'm just human like everybody else. There's a lot of times I wake up and I don't want to do things. But I learned by centering myself around these people and you know, my dad as well, blue collar guy, woke up every morning, no matter what the temperature was, he was out with the shovel working. That you just have to wake up every single day and do the little things, and eventually that'll pay off. So yeah, like I moved down to Austin, Texas, full circle, started doing the little things every single day, and not really seeing any progress, and that was tough. And over time, I would just like slowly, week after week, I became like, we had talked before the podcast, I wasn't much of a swimmer, and I was able to swim 1.2 miles in 8 weeks.
And you didn't swim before that, though?
No.
That's a wild thing about it, man.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest but most transforming parts of my life. It sounds dramatic, but to me, it gave me the confidence because there was a lot of things I used to place barriers on myself when I was younger, and I think a lot of people do that, and they don't realize it.
When he was younger.
Yeah.
It's cute. He's 22 years old.
But you're double his age.
I know, right?
Fuck, I'm pretty close. Damn.
But I think there's a lot of things that people tell themselves that they can't do.
Yeah.
And then they live their entire life like that.
For you, what were some of those things when you were younger?
Well, a lot of them was I never thought I would ever be, you know, big and strong, which I still don't think that realistically. I don't think anybody thinks they're big and strong.
A little bit of dysmorphia doesn't kill anybody.
Yeah. But I never thought I'd ever have like somebody like that thought I did anything like remarkable.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just kind of like would place barriers of even swimming. That was a big thing. Like I remember I grew up around lakes and stuff, and I would only be able to swim from boat to boat, and I'd panic. Like I'd be like, okay, I got to get to that boat. I'm gonna swim as fast as I can to get there. And yeah, I don't know, just like subconsciously I had these like little barriers that I wasn't always the smartest kid in school. You know, growing up, I listened to the podcast before, and I told you guys, I remember you saying school wasn't always something you were necessarily good at. And that was me. I had to work for it. And, yeah, I just realized that like the barriers that you place on yourself, if you live by those and you don't face them, they're going to like take you over, and you're never actually going to live your life you're supposed to.
Power Project family, shut your fucking mouth. We've been talking about breathing through your nose and nasal breathing during your sleep for the past 5 years. That's why we've partnered with Hostage Tape. It's the best tape on the market, sticks to your face even if you have a beard. So head to hostagetape.com/powerproject and you'll be able to get a year's supply of tape for 55 cents a day. That shit saves you $150. It's a no-brainer. Links in the description and the podcast show notes. Enjoy the show.
So for me, I was like, okay, I assessed myself, which is hard to do. I was like, for the bodybuilding prep, I looked at myself and I was like, I have trouble sticking to a diet for a long period of time. I'm going to do that. I did it. 1,400 calories at one point for 2 weeks.
And how long ago was the bodybuilding, by the way?
That was about 5 months ago. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. So I turned around after the bodybuilding show and did the Ironman, half Ironman. But yeah, I looked at the bodybuilding show and I was like, well, I have trouble sticking to a diet. I want to learn how to diet. So I did that to the extreme. I dropped 23 pounds in 7 weeks. And I did good. I got first in my class. I lost to a really good competitor who almost got his amateur Olympia.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he turned into a pro after the summer shredding. So he deserved it. Looked insane, blew me away. But then after that, the Ironman assessed my life again. I noticed I had the running down, had the physique down. I knew the diet. It was the swimming. I just realized I was uncomfortable. I was like, okay, I got something to work on.
Yeah.
So
why do you think there's a lot of answers to life in doing a bunch of hard work, and maybe in particular doing things that are really exhausting, things that kind of take you to when you do a crazy amount of reps, or you run really far for a long period of time, or you're just doing something where you're getting really gassed, really exhausted? Why do you think that it feels like some of life's answers kind of sit right in those moments?
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because I don't remember any of my training the easy times. I don't ever think that I've gotten anything away from those. And I think diving back into that question is because sometimes the answers come out when you don't have anything to turn to. And that's kind of why I alluded to I don't run and listen to music, because I have that's almost like a comforting thing for me. So I think if you're in a discomforting area, if you are at a low point, your mind will seek to things that it needs to improve on.
Hey, baby. I'm joking. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, and head to the Power Project Discord, all right? I know you enjoyed the video. Speak to y'all soon.